folks! You know, Rudy, just want to reach out and say thank you. What'd I do? You were at work. You weren't supposed to know I was at your house. I remember about 10 months ago, you were screaming in one of your videos, buy something. If you're going to buy it, and tomorrow the price is going to drop, and you're going to get punched in the face, and after that happens, you should buy something else. Anybody remember that? 10 to 12 months ago, I kept making videos because the market, the collectible market, the stock market, every market and asset class was just everything from, I think, what? Stock market was tanking, or crypto market's tanking, collectible market was tanking. I think real estate was still holding its own a year ago because the rates weren't as high. So essentially, I was making videos about a year ago, folks, and I kept maybe some of y'all can acknowledge in the comment section below, and I probably made about 10, 20 videos over many, many weeks saying you all need to close your eyes and buy something. Whether it's a collectible sealed product, whether you're adding to your 401k and you're buying the SPYs, the old S&P 500, you need to just buy something because you're going to regret it because things were so negative and bad. I was telling you all, it was just, you have to buy. Like when it's that bad, you have two possible outcomes. A, the market's right, and everything's going to zero. And if everything goes to zero, well then hell, the money doesn't mean anything anyways. Because if the stock market goes, if the S&P 500 literally goes to zero, and every company goes bankrupt, and the US dollar goes, I mean, it doesn't matter. You might as well take the chance because if everything goes to hell, it doesn't make a difference. Or the same thing with collectibles. If you're either going to buy it when the market is so bad, we're all going to go to zero and money doesn't matter anyways, or B, that is the best time ever to buy, and you're going to thank yourself. And I made 10 to 20 videos over weeks talking and yelling that you got to buy something. We were at a point in around the beginning of 2022 through the summer of 2022. There was actually like a 6-month window. Everything was just crashing and burning. Everything was on sale. Amazon dumps, the reserve list cards. I mean, hell, again, the stock market, the S&P 500 was down like 30% in like 6 to 8 months. Like, there's a point where, well, the recession's here. Rudy, the big one's coming. The end is near. Okay, well, that's great. If the big one's coming and the Great Depression is coming and everything's going to go to zero and you're not going to make it through, what do you got to lose? And I remember that. Anyways, I followed your advice, Rudy. Not really that great of advice. It's just buy something. I guess it's advice. Yep, I gave financial advice on this channel. I said buy something. That's very good advice. I was like, just buy something. I didn't buy collectibles at the time, but I upped my TSP contribution. Okay, there you go. That's a form of retirement account. And today, my balance hit an all-time high. That's awesome. And see, when I get messages and things like that, I know a lot of folks give you a hard time, but I want to say I appreciate you and your content. Hey, don't ruin my reputation. It took me 7 years to make sure I was known as the evil guy. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now that things have been better, the market bottomed in November of 2022 for the collectible world, right? So we are entering May of 2023. So it's almost been 6 months since that doomsday last year. And like I said, the S&P 500, sealed magic products across the board are way off their lows. I don't remember, anybody remember what Bitcoin and, remember what Bitcoin was? What was Bitcoin at its low? 15, 18, 20,000? Because I saw the new Bitcoin's what, 28, 30,000 now? So everything, it doesn't really, again, it didn't really matter. Don't buy these weird, high risk, goofy penny stock things. Literally, like if you're buying the stock market, like just add, do extra payments to your retirement account. Buy extra into your mutual fund. Go balls deep in the S&P 500. Like literally just these items in a 5, 10, 20-year time frame. These are the times you want to do something. And I remember making these videos, and I remember the comment sections in these videos of just people going, oh my God, only this idiot, Rudy, on this would tell people to buy when we are about to go into the end of the world, the dollar goes to zero, the Great Depression's coming. Like the negativity was spewing, just spewing out of control. And now here we are, 6 to 8 months later. Every single sealed magic product, every single collector box is up 10, 20, 30% off its lows. And it's not saying that's great for some of them. Some of them are still down a lot from their highs. But we've seen a shift in sentiment, in attitude, and, you know, the negativity attack Rudy threat scale is nowhere near as bad as it was 6 months ago. And that's something that's very easily, you know, I can easily tell a difference that I can gauge from you all watching and how many people and how emotional the response is, how angry, the amount of curse words per email, the amount of times that the word death and threat, and I can gauge it. And the fact that all of those categories are substantially lower than where they were 6 months ago is a big deal. It's a big deal. And then again, every product's come out this year and done, well, good. I mean, Pokemon's phenomenal. Every Magic release this year has been really successful. The Weiss sets have been coming back tremendously. 10, 20, 30. There's even some Weiss sets up 40% from the lows from 8 months ago. And even you got these new card games. You got the new Sorcery shipping out all their Kickstarter kits. And then we're going to be working on a Patron Mega Sorcery promotion for the beta with some exclusive, yes, the exclusive promo card for the Sorcery kit coming this summer is going to be a fully nude custom. I mean, it is going to be in a specialty card, exclusive promo. It's going to be amazing. And then, of course, I mean, look at the success of everything. I mean, look at the MetaZoo. Look, I mean, everybody thought MetaZoo's dead. I mean, Native has been the most successful release it's had in 2 years? A year? What, since what, Nightfall? I mean, it's the prices. I mean, the boxes are selling on TCG Player for $140 plus tax. eBay's like $125 plus. I mean, you know, they adjusted print runs. You know, the MetaZoo Native set has dual land style resource aura cards. You know, you got secret rares with special artwork from, like, you know, very prominent artists. You and the Serialite. I mean, it's doing good, and people weren't expecting it. And just like many of the Magic sets, people weren't expecting the turn, and it happened. And people don't want to, oh, it's a dead cat bounce, Rudy. It's going to go back to zero. I mean, people don't want to acknowledge when it's not what they expected. That's why on this channel, I do the best I can to tell you all, when shit's going bad, that we say we're in a bear market, everything's going down, and then now that things are turning, I'm telling you all, hey, things are better than we thought. Look at the MetaZoo set, look at the Weiss sets, look at Pokemon, new block, look at Element, look at the Magic sets. I mean, across the board, you know, I need to report to you all when things are doing really well. In the last 12 months, I was making videos about everything going to hell and tanking, and now we've got products again that are doing better. And that, you know, this is the ebbs and flows of the market. And people who are able to handle this long term tend to do quite well. Now, of course, the people like to time the market. Oh, I'm going to get in and out. You know, they tend, you know, you can't time life. Life is, you know, if I knew which set was going to do well, I mean, I would just put all my money in one Magic set if I knew which one was going to go to the moon. And I don't have a clue. And I've been doing this my whole life. I don't know which Pokemon, Magic, Weiss, MetaZoo, Flesh and Blood, the new Kickstarters, and the Sorceries, and the One Pieces, and the new Disney Lorcana that people are going to put their whole life savings in. I don't know what's going to happen. If I did, I wouldn't diversify. But I'm not smart enough to predict the future like that. That's why I diversify across the board. And at the end of the day, that's the same thing with mutual funds, with 401ks. And yes, folks, when I get patron messages and letters like that, it's nice to know that there's somebody out there that actually said, you know what, maybe this idiot on YouTube with his $3 haircut and rambles about stepsisters and tacos, you know, maybe I should just buy something. You know, maybe I should up my 401k with my employer. Maybe I should take this extra money getting 0% in my checking account that's been there for 10 years, and maybe I should throw that block of money in the S&P 500. Maybe I should look at diversifying. You know, at least there's people out there that are willing to try and take some risk. Because again, like I told you all a year ago, you have to be to that point where you know when you buy or place that you click that buy order, you know right after you do it, you're going to lose money. And just the concept of that scares the living hell out of people. It makes everybody run for the hills and quit. And in order to have, you know, just the stomach and balls of steel, and just, you got to have 6 toes in your left foot, and you've got to be willing to just know that once you click the button and you put your money, you spend that cash, you're going to lose money in the short term. And that is a very difficult taco to swallow. But the people who are able to do it, which I can tell you all, most of you watching, I would say less than 1% of the views of this channel probably bought something in the last 12 months when things were crashing. Because it's nauseating. It sucks. It's not sexy. It's boring. That's the real world of investing. It's not this glamorous thing. It's a lot of patience, and you tie up money, and you wait, and you go through an emotional roller coaster. That's the real world, folks. So I'm glad there's someone out there that listened. Here's to a good 2023. Hopefully it stays good, right? Hopefully.